St. Paul University, Quezon City. Welcome to the 5th episode of PAULifestyle. So guys, 29 days na lang pala bago magpasko. Meron na ba kayong ihanda for Noche Buena? You might want to consider adding some desserts. So for today's episode, we will share with you some ideas on how to bake cookies. I am Alexis Dela Cruz, your baker na host for today, and welcome to PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock Holiday Desserts Edition. Here with me today is my cousin, Apolline, who started her cookie business during the peak of the pandemic. Because of her fondness in baking, she uses her pastime to bake and experiment with different variants of cookies. Let us all welcome Maggie and Alexis. Hi, Mag!
Hi!
Hi ka naman sa viewers natin.
Hello!
So, Maggie, kamusta ka naman?
Super excited ako today, not only for the baking part, but for the whole Christmas season na rin.
Oh, that's good to know. So, can you tell us something about the cookies you've made during the pandemic?
Yeah, sure. So, no start of the pandemic, one of my favorite pastimes were baking. So, my mom and I decided to start a small business out of it. So, nag-start kami with sugar cookies, and then we slowly started to experiment with different flavors from chocolate chip cookies, crinkles, to lemon cookies. And personally, my favorite would be the lemon cookies.
Oh, those are really delicious looking cookies. So now that you've seen the cookies you've made, it's time for you to share your secrets in baking cookies after this short break. So don't go anywhere as PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock will be right back. Tama na? Welcome back to PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock. Now that you've been inspired by Maggie's baked goodies, it's time to bake cookies ourselves. So get your baking tools and let's get started. Since holiday season ngayon, ang theme ng cookies natin is Christmas. We will give you guys some ideas on what cookies to prepare for Medianoche and Noche Buena. And since mahilig ang mga Pilipino sa matatamis, perfect ito sa ating panlasa. So Maggie, anong type ng cookies ang ipe-prepare natin for today?
Sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies. So can you lead us on how to do it?
Yes, of course. So, for sugar cookies, you will be needing softened butter, as well as 1 1/2 cups of white sugar, 2 eggs, 1 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and of course, flour.
Okay, so ano natin lalagyan natin sa mixer?
Yung una nating ilalagay ay yung butter.
Okay,
so,
butter.
tipat lang natin.
Okay, and then what's next?
Next, you'll be creaming this along with the 1 1/2 cups of white sugar.
So we used softened butter para mas madali siyang i-mix with the sugar, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, ito yung white sugar.
So guys, alalahanin nyo na dapat gagamitin is softened butter when using cookies para mas madali siyang ma-mix with sugar. So, i-mix ko na siya. And what's the speed for this?
It can be 1 to 3.
One. So guys, kapag nagbe-bake, huwag niyo kakalimutan na i-scrape yung gilid. Kasi di ba tama yun? Right. Kasi para ma-mix yung ingredients and para masama lahat ng mga nasa gilid. Kasi hindi maiiwasan kahit na naka-mixer kayo, yung ingredients na pupunta sa gilid and ang tendency hindi yata siya nag-mix all together.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me mix it again. So, Maggie, tama na ba yung consistency na ganun?
Yes. So, dapat well-blended siya and you have to ensure na lahat ng sugar na mix na siya with the butter.
Okay, so what's next?
So, next we have to add our 2 eggs. So, we recommend na to put it first in a bowl before transferring onto the mixture itself para sure na okay lang yung egg and it's safe to put into the mixture.
Kasi kapag kinrock natin talaga agad sa sa mixer, baka may tendency na bugok yung itlog, right? Okay, so safe na gawin muna to before putting it to the mixer. The next step na. Okay. egg goes to the mixer.
And to add on our wet ingredients, dadagdag na rin natin yung 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavor. And then now that we're done mixing all of the wet ingredients, we're going to switch to a paddle brush. Pero this is optional naman, yung whisk will do, or like just a plain spatula.
So the next ingredient that we should put is baking powder.
Yes.
And then, we should add the salt na rin ba?
So 1 1/2 baking powder, that's half a teaspoon of salt.
In baking cookies, Maggie, bakit nga ba nahuhuli lagi yung dry ingredients and inuuna yung wet?
Nauuna kadalasan yung wet ingredients para ma-ensure na namimix lahat ng liquid ingredients. Kasi pag sinabay-sabay silang lahat, walang assurance na may incorporate silang ng mabuti.
Oo, ganun pala yun. Kaya pala napapansin ko sa mga cookie parlors na inuuna, pag nanonood ako habang binibake nila, inuuna nila lagi yung wet. So at this point, yung consistency niya, medyo liquidy na siya, no? Because of all the wet ingredients. So ngayon, lalagay na natin yung flour.
Yes, para to turn it into the cookie dough na we know.
So, ano ba siya? Lahat ba siya or half-half?
Half-half para
Slowly ma-combine?
Yes, slowly ma-combine.
So, importante din sa mga butter yung hindi dapat siya overmix, right?
Yes.
Ano na nga bang nagiging epekto ng kapag na-overmix yung butter?
Pag na-overmix siya, pwede magbago yung lasa niya and it won't taste the same.
And yung consistency niya, parang mas nagiging liquidy ba siya?
Personally, hindi ko pa na-experience ang pag-overmix, so hindi pa ako masyadong sigurado kung ano yung itsura niya.
Oh. Ako kasi, parang first time ko palang mag-bake ng cookies. So, parang inaalam ko muna yung mga do's and don'ts, lalo din sa mga ganito. Kasi sayang din yung ingredients, lalo na ngayon ang mahal na ingredients.
Okay, so you know na the dough is ready if you stick your spatula in, tapos it comes out clean. So we should have this type of consistency. Yes.
Okay. So Maggie, you have a pre-made dough, right? So that the viewers can see ano na nga ba yung tamang consistency and kailan ba natin dapat gamitin yung cookie cutters? Kasi di ba kapag hindi siya well combined, hindi siya mag-work?
Yes.
Okay. So dapat daw ganito yung consistency. It's a bit mushy
Yes.
and oily.
Yeah.
So I will get the silicone so that Maggie can demonstrate how to properly cut cookies using cookie cutters.
So you have the choice if you want to cut the cookies sa silicone mat or directly on the pan. But then for today, let's cut it muna sa silicone mat. So you can put your dough here. You also have the choice if you want to chill it muna before yung actual cutting process.
So Maggie, I can see some bakers when cutting cookies, gumagamit sila ng flour. Ina-spread nila dito and sa table. So bakit nga ba nila ginagawa and why are we not doing it?
You can use flour if ever the dough is too sticky and it sticks the rolling pin. Ginagamit yung flour para hindi siya dumikit and the cookie cutting process would be easier.
So tayo, hindi natin siya ginamit kasi
Hindi natin ginamit kasi hindi na siya dumidikit on the rolling pin and on the mat.
the consistency is just right. So the thickness of the cookies depends on how we want it.
Yes, you can choose kung gaano ka mag. So for today, I'm going to be using the star shape. So all you have to do is to put the cookie cutter down. Plus, you can also put multiple cookie cutters na rin at the same time to, yeah.
Okay, so what will we do next?
Tapos, pwede na natin tanggalin yung excess dough around the cookie cutters. And then yung dough na to, it can be reused later for more cookies. So, the tray is lined with parchment paper para hindi rin siya dumikit while baking and so that once it's baked, mas madali siyang matanggal off the pan. So, we just have to remove the excess dough and carefully transfer it to the baking.
So don't worry guys, kasi wala namang masasayang dito, right?
Yes.
Kasi pwede ulitin yung process and then i-roll lang ulit using the rolling pin.
So, here's our product ready to be baked.
So ilang minutes ba siya dapat i-bake sa oven? And ano yung right temperature para i-bake yung cookies?
Pwede siyang ma-bake for around 10 to 12 minutes tapos yung temperature is 175 Celsius.
Okay.
Moving on to the icing, we will be needing egg and powdered sugar. For this, we will be using 1 egg, tas kalahati lang nun, and then 1 cup of powdered sugar. Important note, gagamitin lang natin yung egg whites. So you can transfer yung egg yolk to a different bowl and it can be used later or when you want to cook eggs. So ayan, we're going to transfer our egg whites onto the mixing bowl. And then we're going to whisk it for some time until magbabubble na siya. So now we're done mixing yung egg. So you know it's ready pag meron na siyang mga bubbles. Tapos now we're going to add our powdered sugar. We have to add it gradually lang rin para for sure na mamimix siya ng maayos.
And low speed lang.
High
speed.
Also use your spatula para i-mix yung ingredients kasi minsan hindi nalalahat ng mixer. So, yeah.
Mag-add ba tayo ng food color?
Yeah, pwede rin.
So, pero later pa yun?
We can add na rin naman now since tapos na rin naman yung royal icing. So, for today, we have 3 colors prepared. We have red, green, and yellow kasi Christmas colors. But for today, what color would you like to go for?
I think we'll go for red and green since Christmas is always red and green.
Yes. Okay, so here you go. And then now we will be splitting the icing into 2 bowls. Make sure to mix the food color tsaka the icing well para even yung finish niya sa cookie.
Tama ba to?
So, ayan. This is yung red and then yan yung green. So now, once the colors been mixed already, pwede na natin sila ilipat sa piping bag. So now we can cut the tip. Preferably maliit lang. Most especially if you're going to be doing yung detailed icing. Para
May control. Wow, baking does really make me feel hungry. Up next, food tasting and other holiday-inspired ideas from Maggie. So don't go anywhere as PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock will be right back. Welcome back once again to PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock. Earlier, Maggie taught us how to bake holiday-inspired cookies. Now, I have the chance to taste them. So, Maggie, can you share?
Yes.
Kanina pa ako takam na takam dyan sa cookies na ginagawa natin. Ang sarap niya. Para siya yung mga nabibili ko sa mga bakery stores. But Maggie, what can you suggest to the other audiences na sa mga gustong maglagay ng ibang toppings?
Pwede sila gumamit ng chocolates, sprinkles, marshmallows, basically anything na gusto nyong ilagay sa cookie.
So Maggie, can I ask, how will you spend the holidays with your family?
Since pandemic pa, siguro I'm going to spend it with my family at home and bond with each other.
Tama ka. Ako rin. Sa tingin ko, kahit na medyo maluwag na ngayon, pandemic pa rin. And hindi pa rin safe lumabas and mag-celebrate. So, family bonding and have a simple celebration in our homes, malaking bagay na yun para sa atin. And ang sarap talaga ng cookies, Maggie. And thank you so much. I learned a lot about baking different variants of cookies. It was a pleasure baking with you.
Thank you so much, Rin, for having me. Sobrang nag-enjoy ako sa ating baking session ngayon.
Yeah, me too. Now, we will have a short break as PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock will be right back. That is all for PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock. We learned a lot from our guest, Maggie, who taught us how to bake holiday-inspired cookies. And aside from that, I got to taste delicious-looking cookies. Once again, I'm Alexis Dela Cruz, your baking host for today, and this has been PAULifestyle's Bake O'Clock Holiday Desserts Edition. Advance Happy Holidays!